Hello, everyone. Welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We'll get started shortly. Beginners class. We'll get started shortly. Hey, LaToya, welcome.
Hola.
Oh, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Bob, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Guys, I will get started shortly. This is our beginners class. We do this class every Tuesday. We'll get started shortly. Welcome. We'll get started shortly, guys. Welcome. This is for beginning traders. Whether you've got no training experience, few weeks, few months, or even a few years, and still trying to figure things out. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Jimmy, welcome, Guys, we'll get started shortly. Again, this is our beginners class, so beginning traders class. All right, welcome. To give you guys some really good information to start your trading career. All right. Get started. Hey, Terry, welcome. We're going to talk about support and resistance. The bull market phases. Bull market phases. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started here. Can everyone hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see here. So this is our beginners class, guys. We do this class. We do several classes. We do five trading classes a week, every evening around this time. Every Tuesday we do a beginners class. Okay, kind of like the one we're doing now. All right. And the idea is to get you guys as new traders coming into this business, get you guys some really good tools, build your foundation to get you trading the right way. All right. I'm going to just let me know how much experience you guys have trading. So does anyone have, who out there doesn't have any trading experience at all, where you haven't taken a single trade? Anyone out there that hasn't taken a single trade? What's that, Latoya?
I haven't taken a single trade.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, good. So we'll help you this evening. Anyone else? Anyone else? So everyone else has taken trades. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Jimmy, you haven't taken any trades either. Okay. All right. So we'll start with this evening some of the basic foundations that you guys will need when you start trading. All right. And this is important. I do a lot of, I've been trading, just to give you guys some background information of myself. I've been trading for over 25 years. All right, so I've been doing this for a long time. About 12 years ago, I started my own company called Monster Trading Systems. All right, but 12 years ago, we build trading systems with algorithms to help traders out. Now, also in addition to that, we do these training classes. I've been doing training classes for years, and we also do one-on-one coaching. All right, so I've been around, I've seen a few things. So what I hope to do is get some good information out to you guys to help you early in your trading career. I'm glad you guys are here, right? You could have been anywhere else, but you've taken the time to be here this evening. And it's a good thing that you did, right? Because most traders get the wrong information, right? The markets are very complicated to trade, right? You can lose a lot of money. So the goal is to learn how the markets work, right? Learn how things work. So you can reduce your risk, maximize your trading opportunity. Okay, the first thing, and most traders don't know about this, most individuals, guys, that get into trading, they assume that, hey, you know, we can just jump into these markets, open an account, right, and start trading, and you're gonna make money, right? Well, it's not that simple. Right, just like anything else we do in life, right? There are a set of rules, right? We have to follow, all right? Just like your work, the work that you guys do, right? I've been doing this for a long time. I just can't get into your business and start doing it and become successful, right? You've got to learn the process, learn the game, and trading is a game, all right? So the first thing I'm going to recommend for you guys is this book. All right. This book here, it's called Trading in the Zone. Trading in the Zone. All right. It's perhaps one of the best books I recommend out there on trading. All right. So Trading in the Zone. We provide this book with to our coaching students, right, that go through our one-on-one coaching. It's that important. And we use the principles in this book to help our traders, okay? Understand, guys, as new traders, it's all about your mindset, Okay, it's all about your mindset. 90% of the work that you're going to do, a large percentage of the work that you will do as new traders will be on your mindset. Okay, so trading in the zone is all about your mindset and understanding how markets work. And not only that, understanding how you work, right? The reason why trading is extremely difficult is because every day, guys, we put capital to risk. Okay, you guys will put your money, your hard-earned money to risk in these markets. And there's a funny thing that happens when you put money in the markets. Guess what? All your emotions, all your anxieties, everything goes into your trading. All right, so all the rules, we throw all the rules out the window when our money is at risk. All right, so trading in the zone is a good start. All right. So you can get that book on Amazon. Like I said, we offer a free copy, right, with our one-on-one coaching students. There's also a free YouTube, and I recommend that you guys, if you're serious about trading, if you want to get into this business of trading, I recommend after the training this evening, you guys can go online, get on YouTube, type in Trading in the Zone, and there are several free audiobooks, all right? The full audiobook on Trading in the Zone. All right, so you can start this evening after this class, right? Building your mindset, okay? It's that important. So Trading in the Zone, master the market with confidence, discipline, and a winning attitude. Master the market. You guys can see my screen, right? I just want to make sure you guys can see my screen here. All right, my cursor. Can you guys see that? Let me know if you guys can see my screen, Trading in the Zone, my cursor moving around. Can you guys see that? Yes or no? Yes? All right, thanks. All right, so master the market, all right, with confidence, discipline, and a winning attitude. So this is your homework. All right, go on YouTube, find the audiobook, start listening to it. It's definitely worth it. All right, Trading in the Zone. All right, I'm going to ask you guys out there as new traders, what's your biggest concern? What concerns do you guys have when it comes to trading? You guys are looking to get into trading, or you've been trading for a while, trying to figure things out. What are some of the concerns you guys have? All right, I want to make sure I answer your concerns, or I try to at least. What are some of the concerns you guys have when it comes to trading as new traders?
For myself, would be number one would be not knowing what I'm looking at, making the right decision.
Okay, so Latoya, making the right decisions. Okay, I'm taking some notes here. All right, as far as making the right decisions, Latoya, as far as what?
Like when to get in, when to get out.
Okay.
Knowing what I'm looking at.
Okay, when to get in, that's a big one, right? When to get in, and when to get out. That's usually perhaps the most important question for not only new traders, but traders in general, right? So we'll talk about that, when to get in and then when to get out. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Any lagging questions, concerns, anxiety, anything that you guys want me to address this evening, getting into trading? When to get in and when to get out is a big one. That's a big one, and we'll spend some time on that. All right, anything else? Anything else? All right. If you guys think of anything else, just stop me, okay? Please stop me. I call this your safe space. All right. I know a lot of times new traders, you know, we do classes all week long, and we have some veteran traders with some experience, some with a lot of experience. And I know it can be intimidating at times, right? That's why we have this class, right? So we have this class here for only new traders. So I call this your safe space. So feel free, guys, to ask me any questions at all. If I can't answer it, I'll find the answers for you guys, okay? So let's start with Latoya's question, okay? Where to get in and where to get out, when to get in and when to get out, all right? That's a big one. That's a big one, all right? Everything else we can work around it, okay? So I'm gonna share some information with you guys, and let's do this here. All right. Bob, NFTs, no, I don't spend any time on NFTs. All right, we do focus on, we do Forex, right? Forex futures, equities, obviously equities, options, but not NFTs. All right, I'm going to share this screen here with you guys. All right. So you guys should see my screen. And has anyone heard of support and resistance? Any of you guys heard of support and resistance? No? All right. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about how we enter the trades and how we exit the trades, okay? This is a big one, right? When do we get in and when do we get out? All right, we don't just randomly enter trades, guys, all right, and randomly exit. So there's a certain point, Latoya, all right? So there's a certain area where we have to enter the trade, right? And then when to exit the trade, all right? And we want to do that consistently without a lot of emotions, all right? So we want to be very systematic in our thinking and in our trading process, all right? So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, all right? So if you guys haven't heard of support and resistance when it comes to trading, this is how it works, all right? And this is perhaps this is your foundation. Everything starts with support and resistance. So you guys have to know this. You must get this. As new traders, there's no exception to this, okay? You guys have to get this. So write it down, support and resistance, all right? You can do research on support and resistance, all right? So let's go through this. Support and resistance, the keys to your success, all right? Support and resistance, the keys to your success. I recommend you guys take a print shot of this, print screen picture of it. You can print it out, right? I tell traders to laminate it. It's that important. Okay, so take a picture of this. Support and resistance, the keys to your success. This is where all your decisions will be made, right here. All your buying decisions and all your selling decisions will come from right here, all right? Okay, so support and resistance, the keys to your success. All right, this is resistance line right here, all right? Now we'll talk about how it's made. This is resistance and then this is support, all right? What we are trying to do, guys, is capture the price, lock in the price, block out the price so that we can make a decision. Okay, so think of the price like this. These are like candlesticks that are moving up and down. All right, so this is a stock here, let's say Facebook or Amazon or whatever, right? And the price is moving up and down like this. All right, that's the price here. All right, what our goal is to isolate price. So we're gonna isolate the price, okay? We're gonna block it off. Hey, Gerald, welcome. All right.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, good. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're going to isolate the price. Okay, so we do that by blocking it off. All right, so think of resistance as your ceiling. So your ceiling at home, all right, think of resistance as your ceiling, and the price can't go any higher than your ceiling. All right, and think of support as your floor, and the price is being held by the floor here by support, and it's not going any lower. All right, so resistance is holding the price down, right? It's holding the price, it's not going any higher, and support is holding the price up here. All right, so support and resistance. The way that this works is like this, right? Think of resistance again as your ceiling, support as your floor. And let's say, for instance, your Facebook as an example, right? Facebook is right here and it's $100, right? Or Bitcoin or whatever. It's right at this price is $100. Right at this price here is $50. All right. And there are buyers here. Okay. There are buyers and sellers that are waiting right here at this $100 price. And then there are buyers and sellers that are waiting here at this $50 price at support. All right, so there's a battle between buyers and sellers, guys. Okay, so the market doesn't just randomly move. There's always a battle between buyers and sellers. Okay, so there are buyers and sellers that are here sitting at the support level, buyers and sellers that are sitting here at the resistance level. Okay, these buyers, we call them, they're usually, as traders, we are retail traders or retail investors, okay? But the big institutions, those are the individuals, those are the companies that really move the market. So the big hedge funds, the big market makers, right? They're sitting right here. And what they're doing is they're hoping to push the price higher, all right? So think of it like this, right? If the price breaks resistance, now the buyers are in control. Okay, so the buyers are waiting here to push the price higher. The sellers are waiting here to push the price lower. If the price breaks resistance, breaks that ceiling, and goes over the $100 mark, now the buyers are in control. All right, this is very important. Now the buyers are in control. If the price breaks through this support down in this area here, then the sellers are in control. All right, so what we are doing is we're waiting as traders, we wait. We don't just randomly buy. So Latoya, we don't randomly get in, right? We're going to wait, all right, for the buyers to let us know that they're in control. We will know when the buyers are in control when the price breaks resistance. That's why support and resistance is critical. All right, so we're going to wait when the price breaks resistance here. All right, buyers are in control. That's when we buy. So we only buy when the buyers are in control. We'll know that the buyers are in control when the price breaks resistance. Otherwise, we do not buy. As individual traders, we don't have enough volume. We don't have enough capital to move price. So we have to wait for the big institutions to decide to push the price higher, break resistance, and that's when we get in. All right, so we're going to always buy on a break of resistance. Same thing for support, right? When the price breaks support, guess what? Who is in control when if the price breaks support? Anyone out there? Who is in control? Who do you guys think is in control when the price breaks support?
The seller.
The sellers, very good, very good. So if the price breaks support, the sellers will be in control. And I'll show you guys some examples of this, okay? So very good. If the price breaks support, now the sellers are in control. So we have to get out, we have to sell. So we're always going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Okay, so your question, Latoya, when do we get in and when do we get out? That's when we get in and get out. So write this down, everyone. Write this down. We are always going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Any questions on this? This is important. Okay, we'll always buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. We do not buy in this area here. We do not buy. We call this consolidation, all right? Accumulation, distribution, but we do not buy in this area. We don't just randomly get in. We are always going to buy when the buyers are buying. We're going to piggyback on their buys. And we'll know that they're buying when the price breaks resistance. This is where most new traders mess up. They do not know when to buy. They do not know when to sell. And they'll trade this area here. This is not tradable. All right. So this accumulation phase is not tradable. This consolidation is not tradable. All right. This area here is not tradable. We only trade when the price breaks resistance. Get out when it breaks support. Okay, very good. Make sure you guys have a picture of this. All right, make sure you have a picture of this and save it for your records. Okay, so we're going to go now the next step. So now this is our foundation. We have our foundation. All right, and now we're going to take this foundation, support and resistance, and we're going to move further in the trading process. All right, the next area we want to focus on is the 4 market phases. All right, so this is your roadmap, guys. And you guys are getting some really good information. All right, so as new traders, if you guys understand this, all right, if you understand this, I do a lot of coaching, I work with a lot of traders, and if you understand this in a few weeks, in a few months, guess what? You know more, you guys know more this evening than most traders or individuals out there. Not everyone that's in, everyone that's in the market are traders, right? People have different motivations for being in the markets. We are traders, meaning that we have a specific entry and exit. We're not just in the market hoping that price moves in the direction that we want it to move, right? So we are in the markets, we are traders, right? So we're in the market for a specific purpose, and that is, right, to make money. So we always have a defined entry and a defined exit. So the 4 market phases that every trader must know. All right, so take a picture of this. This is your roadmap, and it will make sense. I know it looks foreign right now. It will make sense. All right, the 4 market phases that every trader must know. Very critical. All right, so we started with support and resistance. Now we're moving along with price. Okay, so follow me. All right, follow me, please. So the first phase is accumulation. That's your first phase, phase 1. All right, phase 2 is your markup phase. Your markup phase. Phase 3 is distribution. I'll go over each of these. All right, the next phase is the markdown phase, the markdown phase. Okay, so accumulation, markup, distribution, markdown phase. Within the markup phase, we've got reaccumulation. I'll go through this. And then within the markdown phase, we've got redistribution. Okay. Stop me if you guys have any questions. Okay, please stop me if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this. This is important. Okay, so we're always going to start with phase one. Okay, we are always going to start with the phase one. That's the accumulation phase. All right, the way accumulation works is like this. Okay, price came down from a high, right? You guys have heard of buy low, sell high, right? Well, that's what we're doing, but we don't just randomly do that. We have to follow the 4 market phases. Okay, so what happens is this, stay with me. All right, price was at a high, it fell down. So let's say it was $100 up here, it fell down to now $50, and now it's accumulating. All right, it's consolidating. You guys saw that previous chart on support and resistance. That's this area right in here. Here is support, here is resistance. This area in here is the accumulation phase. All right, that's the accumulation phase. All right, and the accumulation phase, what that means is this, guys. The big hedge funds, big institutions, they're accumulating. So they're building positions before they move the price higher. So they're buying at a lower price. They're accumulating, right? They're gathering, right? Before they move the price higher. So here is resistance, here is support, okay? Just like that previous chart we showed, all right? Once they stop accumulating and decide to move the price higher, okay? The price breaks resistance right here. You guys should see my cursor. If not, please let me know, all right? Should see my cursor right here. Okay, so once the price breaks resistance, who is in control? The buyers or the sellers? Who is in control? The buyers or the sellers? Once the price breaks resistance, who is in control? The buyers or the sellers?
Buyers.
The buyers, very good. So now the buyers are in control, so we buy. So we're gonna buy when the price breaks resistance. Guess what? Now the price moves higher, price is moving higher, all right? And that's called the markup phase. That's when we make money. The markup phase, all right, it's moving higher or it's trending up. That's called the markup phase. So we're gonna buy right here, okay? Price is moving higher. We know the buyers are in control, so we're going to buy. That's called the markup phase. All right, this is all green. Think of this green, right? We should be buying. At some point, understand that the price will not go up forever. I know as new traders, you know, we want the price to go up forever. We think it's going to go up forever. It's never going to come back down, but that's not reality. The reality is that at some point, the price will stop. It will stop, all right? And then it's going to stop making new highs. It's going to consolidate again, all right? So phase one, accumulation. Phase two, the markup. Phase three is distribution. When the price stops, no longer makes new highs, right? And starts consolidating again, that's called the distribution phase. Okay, that's called the distribution phase. So we've got support and resistance here. We've got new support and resistance here. When the price breaks support, when the price broke support right here, all right, so when the price breaks support, support is right here, resistance and support, price broke support, who is in charge now? Who is in charge of the price action? Anyone?
Seller.
The sellers, very good, Latoya, the sellers. All right, so now guess what, right? We have to what? Exit the trade, close the trade, all right? So we're gonna buy, always buy on a break of resistance right here. We're gonna sell on a break of support. So we bought here, We sold here. Okay, we didn't buy here and sold here. That's what most traders want to do. They want to buy at support and they want to sell at resistance. We definitely don't want to do that. We want to buy on a break of resistance and we want to sell on a break of support, wherever that support comes in. So if that support came in here, if the price broke support here, we would get out here. But it didn't. It held support here. It didn't break support until here. So we got out here, right? So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and now the price broke support. Price is moving lower. The sellers are in control. We call that the markdown phase. So we should be out of the trade. This is critical. This is critical because I see so many traders where the price is in the markdown phase and they're still in the trade. Right? And this is what most traders do. And this is the honest truth. Most traders will buy in this area here. They're not buying in this area here. They're buying here, right? So the price went from $50 to $80 to $90. Now everyone is talking about it, so they finally get in and they're getting up here. And now the price is down in the markdown phase and they're still holding their trade, wandering. So the cool thing is that you guys, most of you guys are new traders, right? You haven't done this, so you don't have any bad habits. All right, so feel fortunate that you're getting this information. All right, but it's only good information if you implement it and you learn this. All right, so we're going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. All right, we want to sell on a break of support because the sellers are coming in to push the price lower. All right, through that markdown phase. So we want to be out. Okay, we want to be out of the trade. We can make money trading down. We call that shorting, but we won't talk about that this evening. All right. So accumulation phase, phase 1, markup phase, phase 2, distribution. All right. And then the markdown phase. Okay. So buyers are in control here. Indecision, sellers are in control here. Within the markup phase, we've got reaccumulation. Okay. We've got reaccumulation within the markup phase. So what happens is this, just like accumulation here, price broke, we got buyers came in, moved the price higher. Understand that the price doesn't go up forever. It's going to have to accumulate again or consolidate again. So price slowed down, consolidated within the markup phase. All right, we've got new support and resistance lines. The buyers held support, broke resistance. So we've got new buyers coming in. That's reaccumulation. So they're buying again, they're adding to their position. So we can do the same thing. So think of that reaccumulation as fresh money coming into the trade. All right, within the markup phase. So accumulation, markup, reaccumulation, distribution. Same thing on the markdown phase. So we have sellers that are selling in the markdown phase. All right. Price consolidate within the markdown phase, broke support. So we've got new sellers that are dumping shares that are getting out of their positions, pushing the price lower. Okay. Okay, so Jimmy, good question. How do we know, looking at the chart, what phase that we're in? Very good, very good. That's a good question. Okay, so what phase? Looking at the chart. Okay. Now, the reason why this is important is that you guys will need to know, looking at a chart, right? So we want to take this information here and then take it to a chart. All right. And then when you do this enough, right, you see the price action, you study this, you'll know just by looking at a chart what phase you're in. And the cool thing about this is that you will no longer randomly get in a trade. All right. Or if someone says, hey, I know Bitcoin is popular right now, everyone wants to trade Bitcoin, right? So if someone says, hey, buy Bitcoin or buy Apple or whatever, you'll be able to go to a price chart on Bitcoin or Apple, and you will know, right? From this information here, the 4 market phases, you will know whether you should be waiting to buy Bitcoin, whether you should be buying Bitcoin, okay, or whether you should be just not do anything at all, okay? So we'll go through some charts, okay? So Jimmy, we'll go through some charts on how to identify the 4 market phases on the chart, okay? We've got a few more minutes here. All right, so we'll go through that. All right, so just remember this, the 4 market phases that every trader must know. Take a picture of this, print it, laminate it so that you have it. Accumulation, markup, reaccumulation, distribution, markdown phase. All right, the next chart I'm going to share with you guys is a new chart that we did because traders, a lot of our traders, some of our experienced traders were looking to short, all right? And shorting means we can make money going lower, taking the price lower, right? So in this markdown phase, right, a lot of our traders would keep shorting, right? Trying to push the price lower to make money down in this markdown phase. So we came up with this chart right here, which I think is perhaps more important than the previous chart. So take a picture of this, and they're all important. So take a picture of this, the 4 market phases that every trader must know. And there's just a twist to it. All right, there's a twist to it. So we have accumulation just like before, markup, reaccumulation, distribution, markdown, redistribution. But guess what? Now we have accumulation. We start over with 1 all over again. So just like the price doesn't go up forever, it doesn't go down forever either. Okay? It doesn't go down forever also. So guess what? We've got reaccumulation starting all over again. All right? So when that price is moving lower, just like it did up in here, it started up in this area here, understand your accumulation phase will always be at the bottom. So Jimmy, your accumulation phase will always be at the bottom. The bottom left, middle, or the right. Okay, it's always going to be at the bottom. Those are going to be your best opportunities. After that accumulation phase is going to come after that markdown phase. So when you're looking to buy, looking to get in positions, look on your chart and look for price that has gone through that markdown phase, and now it's starting to accumulate, okay, consolidate. And then what we're waiting for is a break of resistance right here to buy. All right, so take a picture of this. I really like this chart here with this accumulation phase starting again. So take a picture of this. All right. And you guys have good questions. All right. So make sure you have a picture of this. I'm going to go to the next screen here. All right. The last chart I have, and then I'll show you guys some live examples, is this chart right here. Take a picture of this also. Okay, how do you know if it won't keep dropping at the accumulation phase? Very good. All right. Very good. We'll go over that. All right. So take a picture of this chart also, trend following. Trend following. All right. All right. So trend following. So take a picture of this. All right. So how do we know if it will not keep dropping? We do not. All right. But what we're doing is we are going to take, when we trade, guys, there's no guarantee, right? What we're doing, we're trying to block off price, and we're trying to look for the areas where buyers are going to be buying, and then sellers are going to be getting out of the trade. And all we're doing, since we can't move the markets, all we're doing is we're piggybacking on the big hedge funds, big institutions. We're piggybacking on their move. All right. So let's talk about this. So we do trend following. Understand, we make money when the price trends in that markup phase. That's where we make money. We do not make money in that accumulation phase. All right. We make money with trends. All right. So here is price coming down, right? Here is our resistance level, right? Most traders try to get in at the bottom, right? They get in at the bottom in that markdown phase. We can't do that. We've got to wait until the price breaks resistance. That's where we enter, right here. That's where we enter. You guys should see my cursor right here is where we enter when the price breaks resistance. So we never try to get at the very bottom. Okay. Price breaks resistance, it moves higher. Okay. It makes a high. All right. We do not want to get out here. Okay. Because guess what? The price could keep going higher. We need to wait for the price to come down, break support. New traders, even experienced traders, hate this because they feel that they're giving up some money here, right? Because they're not getting out at the very top, or they're not getting in at the very bottom. Understand that the very bottom is not tradable and the very top is not tradable, right? If you get in at the very bottom, guess what? It can keep going lower. You get out at the very high, just like here and here and here, right? We don't know where the very high is, right? It can keep going higher. So we need the price to come down, break support, right? We know that when the price breaks support, guess what? The sellers are now in control. We have to get out. So we're going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. All right. So Jimmy, to your question, okay, we never know whether or not the price, if it breaks that, if it gets in that accumulation phase, all right, the only thing we have to do is that, let's say we buy at resistance here, and then here is support right here, and it doesn't trend, it doesn't turn into a trend, comes back down, breaks support, then our only responsibility is to then get out, close the trade. All right. There's no guarantee that it's not going to come back, break support. All right. And if it does, then guess what? The sellers are now in control. We would have to get out of the trade, close the trade. All right. So yes, it can keep dropping, but our trigger is now to get out of the trade when it breaks support. Okay, support would be right here. Support, resistance. Let's say we buy at resistance. It doesn't turn into a trend, comes back in our box. All right, in that accumulation phase, consolidation phase, break support. Our job now is to sell. We always sell on a break of support. All right, good question. So we're going to buy here, sell here. We call that the meat of the trade. So we're not trying to get the whole trade. All we're trying to get is the meat of the trade. We want to buy here, sell here. We're not trying to get the whole trade. That's a fool's game. We'll never get the whole trade. We'll never get the very bottom, and we'll never get the very top. We want to get the center, the middle of the trade, right in here. The sweet part right here. We want the meat of the trade. So we're going to buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Okay. We call that the meat of the trade. So take a picture of this also, guys. Take a picture of this. All right. Understand this information. As new traders, you have to do this. All right. As new traders, you have to follow this. And if you don't try to get it all this evening, it's new. If it's new to you guys, just, you know, digest the information, take the information, keep coming to these classes. All right. And you'll put it all together. All right. Let's take a look at some charts. So we're going to look at some live examples here. We've got about 10 more minutes. Let's go through some live examples, and then I'll let you guys go for the evening. Okay. So now we're going to take all of that information here, and we're going to do some live examples. All right. So we're going to go into the market, and we'll look at some live examples right here. All right. All right. You guys should see my trading screen here. All right, my trading screen. Let's see here. What can I do? All right, let's do this here. All right, I'm just gonna randomly go through some charts, okay? So when you guys get good at this, all right, I know you guys wanted to know how do you figure this in, how do you figure it out on a chart? So let's go through it, all right? Now, what we've done with our systems, all right, and what I've done through the years, I've built systems to help us to take that information, the 4 market phases, right, and design it in such a way, all right, within our trading systems to follow that same process, because we know that process works. So what we've done is we've got our support and resistance lines, these lines here, these yellow lines and these purple lines, those are our support and resistance lines. Okay. So where most traders have to manually draw in, have to manually bring in their support and resistance lines, kind of like this here. We've done it because it is so important. We've done it where our systems will now automatically bring in our support and resistance lines real time as the price moves. Okay, so we have our built-in support and resistance lines. Okay, we have our moving averages, these lines right here, that's our moving average lines, these red lines and these green lines, our moving average lines to separate the buyers from the sellers. All right, so think of these green candles and the green lines, those are buyers. The buyers are in control. This red line here, red moving average is what we call it. Red candles, sellers are in control. So green candles, buyers are in control. Red candles, sellers are in control. All right. Stop me if you guys have any questions, please. All right. Yeah, Latoya, yeah, it's pretty good, right? It's cool stuff, right? So what we've done is we've automated that process following the 4 market phases because we know that that's what works. Okay, these white candles here, that's indecision, right? So whenever we get those the white candles, that's near that accumulation phase, consolidation. That's no decision. So it's in between buyers and sellers. So nothing is happening. So the buyers is not in control, sellers not in control when we get these white candles here. All right. The purple support and resistance means the sellers, all right, are in control and we're in that redistribution phase. So every time the price breaks this support line, that's redistribution. In the markup phase, we have yellow support and resistance, means the buyers are in control. Every time the price breaks new resistance levels, we've got reaccumulation. All right. These arrows here, all right, we've got built-in algorithms. Okay, so when the price breaks resistance, the system now will tell us to buy. Remember, we only buy when the price breaks resistance, and we're going to sell when the price breaks support. So this blue arrow here was our buy signal to buy when the price broke resistance. And then this white arrow here is to sell when the price broke support. All right, I want to explain this so that as I go through this, you guys will know what this stuff means. Otherwise, it just looks like a bunch of mess, right? One of our traders, I was doing a coaching and he said it's a brand new trader. He said trading looks like, this chart looks like spider webs, right? And it does, if we don't know what we're looking at, right?
I have a question, David.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You were saying the white candles mean or represent what as well?
So the white candles means indecision. So the buyers are not in control and the sellers are not in control. Okay. So whenever we get white candles, that means that hey, price is turning around. Okay. So we're moving from buyers to kind of neutral to sellers. Okay. That makes sense?
It does.
Okay. Okay, so let's go through this. Let's go through this. All right, let's go through this. All right. So remember I said, right, we always want to look for opportunities. When you guys look at your charts, right, you look at a trading screen, look for opportunities at the bottom of your charts, at the bottom of your charts. Okay. And what that tells us is that the price came from a high and now it fell down from a low. All right. Okay. So here is, what phase is this? What phase is this? If you look at your 4 market phases, what phase is this right here at the bottom right here? Anyone? Anyone? What phase is this? Accumulation. Very good. Accumulation. So here's our accumulation phase. We didn't trade, right? We waited. Trading is a game of patience. We have to be patient. All right. So we waited. The price broke resistance. You guys remember that, right? Broke resistance. Green candles. The buyers are in control. We got a buy signal here, this blue arrow right here to get in. So we got in. This is called the markup phase. So green candles, we would be waiting, holding. We got in here, holding. We could have added to our position here on that reaccumulation right here, break up this resistance right here. Okay. And then when the price broke support right here, we would have gotten out. All right. So we bought here, sold here. All right. Now, this is once we get out, that's that distribution phase. price broke support. Now the sellers are in control. We would be out of the trade. All right. So where most traders would buy in here somewhere, right? The price comes down, they would still be holding the trade. We don't do that. We're going to buy at resistance, sell at support. We'll never get out at the very top, never get in at the very bottom. We want the meat of the trade. Bought here, sold here. All right. Now we waited, right? We waited. And guess what? We've got new accumulation right in here. Okay, so right here. Okay, price broke resistance. Here is resistance right here. Give a buy signal. Price went up, failed. Resistance becomes support. We got out here. So we took a small loss here. So what we want in trading, guys, we want big wins, small losses. So we want to cut our losing trades quickly, and we want to stay in our winning trades as long as possible. All right. Over here, the price broke resistance again, broke resistance right here. We got a buy signal. It failed. Resistance becomes support. We got out here, waited. Buyers came in again. We are always testing support and resistance. Buyers came in again. We got a buy signal here. All right. Green candles came in. Buyers are in control. We bought right here. And now the price is all the way up here. And we're still in the trade. We've got new accumulation right here. Okay. So that's the reaccumulation phase. If the price breaks this resistance, we can add it to our position and continue through that markup phase. Okay, so at some point, the price will break support sometime in the future, and we will exit the trade. All right, so that's taking all that information you guys learned this evening, and we're taking it to a live chart, just like here. And we can go through any chart, right? So we can go through any chart, any symbol, any market, all right, any market, and we can identify support and resistance. We can identify the 4 market phases, okay? Here, we broke resistance right here, all right? Buyers are still in control, right? So we would just hold the trade until the price breaks support. It hasn't broken support yet. No red candles. We're still in the trade. All right. Okay, guys. I hope this information was helpful. All right. Any questions on this before I leave? I know it's a lot of information. Digest it. But as new traders, understand you have to follow this process. All right. You have to draw in your support and resistance lines. That's going to tell you when you get in and when you get out. All right, you have to follow the 4 market phases from accumulation to the markup. All right, distribution, markdown. Within the markup, you've got reaccumulation. Within the markdown, you've got redistribution. And we're not trying to find the very bottom, and we're not trying to find the very top. We get the middle part, the meat of the trade. All right. And also, guys, I want to recommend go on YouTube, do a search for trading in the zone and start. If you're serious about trading, it's all about your mindset. We are very disciplined in our process when we trade, right? We're very systematic, okay? So we don't just randomly trade. And trading in the zone will help you guys as new traders. All right, so if you guys don't have any other questions, all right, I'll call it a night. Thanks for coming. All right, we do these classes every evening, but the beginners class is we do that every Tuesday, but I do recommend you guys come in to the other classes we do, all right, every evening, all right, to learn how to trade. All right, guys, take care. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye.